What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day today. Listen, getting into this episode of GH, Carly is something else. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She is something else. Like, listen, if you want this marriage to Jason to be real, like for real, like a real marriage where y'all are together and not for business but for pleasure, and you want it to be, all huggy and kissy and sleeping together and all that, Carly, just say that. Like, because that's clearly what she wants. And it's more obvious today that that's what she wants. Like, Jason was sitting there trying to feed Donna and stuff like that. Um, teaching her how to use a spoon and stuff like that. And Donna had called him daddy. And Carly overheard it. And she's sitting there with a smile on her face. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Here we go. Here we go. She's sitting there all smiling and smirking. I'm like, Carly. Then talking about how he make good coffee and all that stuff. I'm like, Carly, you want him. More than just a friend, more than just business. You want him. Just tell him that. She's sitting there talking about how he treat the kids like they're his kids, and um she's okay with Donna calling him daddy and stuff. Jason said, hell no. Jason said, no, we need to teach her how to call me Jason. I fucking love that because Jason was like, I'm not their father. I'm not Donna's father. Sonny's her dad. Because Carly's sitting there talking about, oh, she doesn't remember Sonny. So what? Show her some pictures. You know what I'm saying? That's her dad. Like, I just get that vibe from Carly. Like, don't get me wrong. She loves Sonny, but I get that vibe from her. Like, she sees Jason as the perfect replacement. That's just how it looks. Like, how she's acting right now. Because why would you be okay with your daughter calling another man daddy? Like, why would you be okay with that? Especially, a few months after he died, quote unquote. It just seems very creepy and weird. Like, she might as well just admit this is what she wants. And Jason clearly doesn't want that. Like, he does not see Donna as his child. Even if he's always treated Michael and Morgan and stuff like they were one of his kids. That's because he would do anything for them. He's that loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would protect them as if they were his own, but he never saw them as his kids. You know what I'm saying? Jason knows how to play his position. You know what I mean? He doesn't see it as anything other than him just being Jason, just being protective. Carly is seeing it as something totally different. That's why I really don't think this marriage should happen, even if it is just for business. I feel like they just need to suck it up and go to war because I feel like this is getting too complicated and too messy. And I feel like Carly's reading way too much into the situation. Like, she wants this marriage to be something that it's not. And this is what I said a couple months ago. This is what I said last month. Everybody talking about, no, it's just for business. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? We know that. Jason knows that. We know it's all business. Carly clearly did not get the memo. And it's all in her vibe, like the way she talking and shit. And I'm like, yeah, Jason, you need to get out of this ASAP. So then they sitting there talking about the whole five family situation, and Carly's confused about why they turned on them or whatever. In my opinion, the Corinthos organization is looking very, how do I say it? The organization is looking very weak in those Port Charles streets. I'm just saying. That's why people are coming for them. Because ever since Sonny's been gone, y'all looking very weak. You know what I'm saying? Sonny was so domineering. Like, his presence. It's like a larger than life presence. You know what I'm saying? Sonny had that effect on people. When Sonny came around, the five families didn't fuck with Sonny. Because he had that presence about him. He commanded respect. He commanded fear. You know what I'm saying? He had that presence. Everybody knows Jason's reputation. You know what I'm saying? But Sonny was, the guy to walk in the door and yell at you and tell you what's what. You know what I'm saying? So without Sonny, it's like the yin to the yang. You know what I'm saying? Sonny was the yin to Jason's yang. So without the yin, all you got is yang, so that's going to make everybody try you. And that's what everybody's doing right now. That's what the Novak's doing. They feel comfortable trying Jason because he doesn't really have anybody. You know what I'm saying? Max and Milo are wherever. Sonny's gone. So it's like, who do you have on your team that's lethal? You know what I'm saying? Other than Jason. And I mean, granted, I know some people say, Jason can't do both. Like, he can't run the organization and be the muscle. That's not technically true. Yes, he can. He can be the brains behind the organization and still put in the work. He can. It's hard, but you can do it. I've seen Sonny do it multiple times. Sonny has killed people by himself and still ran the organization. He's done it numerous times. It can be done, but when you ain't really got too many people on your side, it makes you look a little vulnerable. So that's what's making people try them. That's why I said, man, Jason got to buck up and he got, get his squad together and take Joey Novak out. You know what I mean? You got to take his ass down. If I was him though, I would be very nervous and weary around Carly because it's looking very fatal attraction-ish to me. Is like you got a little fatal attraction on your hand. If I was Jason, I'd nip that shit in the bud right now. Like, hold up, lady. This ain't that kind of party. This is business. I ain't sleeping in your bed. Not tonight. Not any other night. You know what I mean? I know that's what you want, but these goodies belong to somebody else. Carly better go ahead and go get her a vibrator or something if she that. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, go get you something, a toy or something. Shit, go get freaky with a peach. I'm just saying, like, she's acting very desperate. Like, I'm like, calm your little ass down. She like one of them little chihuahuas. One of them little dogs that be humping your leg and shit. That's how she act. Like, go sit down somewhere. Lord. Why you sitting there talking to that man like he hot sex on a platter or something? That's your friend, ain't your man? Go sit down. I mean, we all know that's what she want him to be, but it ain't going down like that. So anyway, moving on from that foolishness. Listen, whoever idea, I don't know which writer or writers or whoever idea it was to put Scott with Obrecht, you get a fucking kudos from me because that was the smartest shit y'all ever did. When I tell y'all I love the two of them together, I fucking love it. When they was at that pool, Scott was trying to show his lady off. Because, when you get a particular age or you're a particular weight or you feel insecure about yourself, sometimes when you go to a pool and stuff, you don't want to show your body off in a bikini or a bathing suit or anything like that because you feel a little insecure. And Scott said, no, fuck that. Show off your curves. He told her straight up, show that body off. Put these young girls to shame. I freaking loved it because I said, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, Scott. Build your woman up. Build up her, her security and stuff. And, just pump her up. Gas her. And I love that he did that. He was like, no, show it off. They was all making out and stuff. I said, they was acting like two little horny teenagers at the pool. I fucking live for it. I love it. To see people at that particular age, just enjoying life, enjoying each other, and not giving a damn who has anything to say. I freaking love it. They was at that pool just making out and all type of shit. You know what I mean? They didn't give a damn who was watching. Ooh, shit, if they would have went a couple more, if Britt never interrupted, we might have been watching them get, do right at the pool in front of everybody. Lord knows ain't no shame in their game. They don't give a damn. And Britt coming up talking about something, oh yeah, I need to get some decorum and stuff. I said, Britt, stop hating. Stop hating. But, I'm glad that Britt was happy for her mother, because she was like, this is the happiest that, she's seen her mom in a long time, and Obrecht is just glowing, and Scott happy as shit too. He finally got somebody that he could kick it with and that he loved and, that they get along and stuff and they got a lot in common, even though it might not look like it. But I like them. I love the two of them together. It's fun. They're hilarious together. And, Obrecht was telling Britt about her conversation with Jason and stuff. And, Britt, of course, didn't really want to talk about it. And it was funny because Scott was like, yeah, talking to Jason is like talking to a fucking turn up. Which is so true because trust me, talking to Jason is like talking to a brick wall. You ain't gonna get no answers. You probably gonna get a yeah, okay. You probably gonna get some small shit and all he gonna do is look at you. So it's like you're not gonna get any real conversation out of Jason. This is not gonna happen. So Obrecht was telling Scott that she had to go to St. Lucia for a week for a conference or whatever, and she wanted Scott to come with her. And Scott was like, oh, I'm down with that. But he was like, do I got to actually go to the lectures? I was like, shit, I ain't mad at you, Scott, because if I go, I'm going for the get down. I ain't going to hear no talking now. I ain't mad at that. I freaking love them together. I really do. It is so fun watching them. Like, it really, really is. It's a freaking treat to watch them. So anyway, Spencer popped up or whatever, and he talking to Britt. He trying to ask Britt to come to his party. Britt was like, "No, I'm not coming." I was like, first of all, why would Britt come to your party? Why would she come to a party with a bunch of teeny boppers? She ain't about to come to no little kid party. I mean, they're older, you know, it's not like they're children, but it's like Britt is a grown ass woman. She ain't about to come to your party. Cause he talking about, oh, this gonna be the party to end all parties. I said it sure is, cause your daddy about to end your little ass. And he still got that damn sunscreen on his back. I was like, you still got that shit on your back? You would have thought he would have took the shit off by now. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, um, Laura was about to mess up the whole party because when she heard Nicholas was going out of town, she wanted to stay at Windermere or whatever to watch over Spencer and stuff. And Spencer was like, he was like, I need to be alone because he knows that if Laura and Kevin was staying at Windermere, that party ain't gonna happen. He already knew that it ain't gonna get as buck wild as he wanted it to be. I'm like, nope, that party was gonna be nipped in the bud. And Nicholas, of course, didn't want Laura being there because obviously her and Kevin being there was also going to mess up his plans for Spencer in the party. So he had to make sure that that didn't happen. He was like, I'm cool with Spencer staying by himself. He was like, he's a grown man. And there was a lot of double talk there. There was a lot of undertone there when he was talking about how Spencer was a grown man and needed to learn how to, you know, be on his own and stuff like that. I felt like that had a lot of meaning to it because I feel like Nicholas is about to treat Spencer like a grown man. You know what I'm saying? There's that saying that fathers have with their sons. And it's like, I could treat you like my son, or I could treat you like a man, you know, like a grown man on the street. And trust me, if you're a son of somebody, you don't want them to start treating you like a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want them to treat you like some dude from the street. Because if they treat you like a dude from the street, that's problems. You know what I'm saying? That means they about to fuck you up. So I think there was a lot of undertones with what Nicholas was saying about him being a grown man. Because Nicholas is definitely about to serve up a little vengeance. And it looks like it may be cold. So I'm glad that Kevin also addressed the elephant in the room. Like, Kevin didn't shy away from the conversation with Spencer. Because remember the last time Laura spoke with Spencer, Spencer alluded that he had issues with Kevin because of Ryan. So I'm glad Kevin spoke up about that. He wasn't scared to speak on it. He was like, you know, I heard that you got issue with me because of Ryan or whatever. And Spencer was ready to nip it in the bud or whatever. You know, he offered his hand for a handshake or whatever to put it in the past. I don't believe that handshake. Everything about Spencer right now, him trying to bring truce with everybody, it feels like it's phony. Like, he's just plotting. You know what I mean? And that's such a true Cassadine thing to do. Helena, on the other hand, she ain't never really broke her the truce too much with anybody. She ain't never forgive. That woman was not a forgiving person. But Spencer likes to drag people in. He likes to give them a false hope that he's put everything behind him. That way he could catch them off guard. Because I definitely don't feel like he's just going to turn a blind eye to Kevin and be like, oh, all is forgiven. No, he going to get you. You better watch your back, Kevin. Watch your back. The boy is sneaky. Very conniving, so watch yourself. So of course Kevin is gonna head over to the facility to check on Ryan once him and Laura found out that Ryan was writing letters to Spencer, and they was looking at the letter and stuff. So now they want to figure out what the hell is going on with Ryan. I like Laura and Kevin though. I wish that we could see more of them together in more of a romantic setting. I would love to see Laura and Kevin have romance, like Scott and Obrecht. I would love to see that. Because it just seems like whenever Kevin and Laura are in scenes together, it's mostly like kind of business talk or talk of the family. It's never any romance with them. And that's what I want to see because they're of a particular age. And I think they should be going to dinners together, you know, having some loving time. You know what I mean? I would love to see that for them. Instead of it just being all about family and business and all that kind of stuff, you know? I think it would be pretty dope. So moving on from that, you know, Nicholas done went to the gallery and told Ava about the fact that he knows who her stalker is. Listen, when Ava find out that Spencer is the stalker, something tell me she's gonna put a stiletto in his ass. I got a feeling that boy is going to be walking around with 3 shoes, 2 on his feet and 1 in his ass. because we know how Ava can get down. We know how Ava is when she's been betrayed, especially when you bring her child into it. Ava's gonna be pissed. She's gonna be pissed. I wouldn't be surprised if she got so mad she done pulled the gun on that boy. Like, we know how Ava can snap. So I wouldn't want to be Spencer. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, because she definitely gonna put her red bottoms and her pumps right on up there. It's gonna be in his ass by the time they through. Ava gonna get him. But I want to see what Nicholas got planned for him, because I think it's gonna be good. I hope so. I hope it's gonna be some good shit. So anyway, moving on from that, I like how Ava pretty much like put Trina in her place when it came to Portia. It's like, at the end of the day, like, I totally agree with Ava. At the end of the day, Portia is not obligated to tell Trina about her past or about what happened between her and Curtis back in the day. That's not Trina's business. You know what I mean? Like, all of our parents have passed. They made mistakes. They've done things. All of our parents have done stuff back in the day that we don't know about. You know what I mean? It's not our business. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're the parent, we're the kids. It's not their business. It's not our business. They don't have to tell us. Same way, when we did shit as teenagers and stuff, we didn't tell our parents about it. And most of us, whoever has kids and stuff, did you tell your kids all about your past and what you did? Probably not. And that's your business. If you choose to tell them, that's your choice. If you choose not to, that's your choice also. There's no law that say you gotta tell your kids about what you did 20 years ago or who you slept with 20, 30 years ago. Not their business. Now, that's the only reason I'm defending Portia, because I feel like, that's her prerogative. And Trina needs to stay in her place when it comes to that. But if it turns out that Curtis is her father, I can't defend Portia on that one. Because I think somewhere down the line we're going to get to that. I can't defend her on that one, because that's something, you should have told your child. But if it's true, if the rumors are true, then, I think that's something Portia probably plans to take to her grave, but we all know at some point or another they're gonna bring that up. You know what I'm saying? It has to come up, because they only mentioned it once and let it go, but there was no DNA to it, so it's definitely gonna pop up again in the near future. But I am glad that Ava encouraged Trina to go talk to Portia. She was like, basically telling Trina the same thing Spencer told her. Like, you don't have to do it today, but very soon you need to do it. You need to have that conversation and clear the air. I agree. Um, so everybody was trying to, piece together the events for Stella about what happened before she had her stroke and stuff like that, because her memory is fuzzy. She doesn't remember anything. All she keeps thinking is that she was doing something important before she had the stroke, but she can't remember what. And I cannot believe it took a stroke for her to finally come to peace with the fact that Jordan and Curtis are getting a divorce. It's like, damn, it took a medical issue for you to realize that? I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, take for you almost dying for you to realize you need to stop meddling in people's business. It ain't good for your pressure, your blood pressure. It's like, calm down. And I'm glad that she wised up and figured that I need to stay out of people's business. It's not good for your health to be nosy. I'm just saying, be some little meddlesome type person. But I think at some point she gonna remember. I mean, either way, Jordan and Curtis are gonna figure it out that their divorce is not final. Because at some point they're gonna wonder where's the final divorce papers and all that stuff, because you're supposed to get that. So if they don't get it after a while, they're gonna realize that they're not divorced, and they're gonna look into it, and they're probably just gonna refile the papers anyway, because Curtis is adamant that they're done. So all you gotta do is refile. But I'm glad that, Jordan was cordial to Portia and stuff like that, giving her advice about Trina, basically telling Portia to let Trina come to her and not try to force it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's good advice. Trina was definitely, you know, looking a certain way when she saw Curtis and Portia holding hands. I don't know how she gonna take that, but it was interesting to see what her reaction and what she gonna say. But that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I'll see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.